As the logo on the bottom right says, for those that are watching, it's the Property Moms podcast, which is fairly new in episode 3 or 4.
3 have been released.
Yeah.
Working on the 4th.
4 is coming.
Yeah.
Should have been here yesterday. Yeah. But
Okay.
it'll be here shortly.
Fairly because both of you are in real estate, right? And with Leading Edge.
Yep.
Yes.
And for those who have not followed the show or watched all the episodes, Leading Edge is a merger acquisition, if you will, from Revolved Realty, where you all used to work, with leading, was it United Real Estate is the parent company?
Yes,
Is that right?
United.
Do I have that right? So can you remind us of that acquisition and the merger and what took place?
I'm going to let
Chelsea.
her do that.
Sure. My dad and I started Revolved Realty in April 2018. And let's face it, he was the face of it. I was like, the silent partner, just doing my own thing. And that's what Dad does. He's a business builder, right?
Yeah.
He loves building companies, growing them. And this year, I think we were hovering at like 90 to 95 agents. And we were at the point where we were either going to have to really up our game in terms of what we were providing to our agents. And that would have cost a lot of money to provide them the things that we would need to provide in order to like compete with the big boys. Okay. And, but also our model was a little different. We were transaction fee brokerage. So we had 90 to 95 agents and, we're not getting 30% of their 3% commission as, the brokerage. And so, I think our transaction fees range from like $500 a transaction to $2,000 a transaction, mostly. Okay. And so it was either provide the stuff and go broke, I feel like, or we could merge with someone who had already taken the steps to get these things for their agents. And Leading Edge in 2022, they had done like a merger type acquisition with United. So that was already in place. And it just, I think Danny Sullivan and my dad, they were like pals and they had kind of joked about it. Like Dad always jokes about how Danny was the one who tried to get him in real estate first. And they had kind of talked about it in passing, and it just kind of came to be that it made the most sense for our agents. Like really nothing was going to change for our agents other than the logo, and everything was actually going to get better. So we were really excited to complete that merger this past summer. And I think that, we're growing like crazy. I do think we have, people are interested. People are curious. There were some, naysayers.
Sure.
At the beginning who were like,
Your own employees?
oh, no.
No.
Haters.
Competition.
Okay.
That were like, oh, they've sold out. They're not like a mom and pop shop anymore. They're, they're sellouts. They're going out of business, that kind of thing. Like actively trying to scoop our agents and stuff because we were
Competition hates growth.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
hate it. Yeah.
It's a good
So-
recruiting tactic.
Oh,
then,
yeah.
right?
So many of our agents got calls like the day we announced, and they were,
Sure.
they love what we've got going on. So obviously they told.
It was kind of just like a joke. Like every time we'd get one, be like, "Oh, I just got the call,"
Yeah.
and I kind of like laughed it off.
Yeah.
And then someone
Yeah.
else would say, "Me too." And
Posting in like the group on Facebook, who just got a call from so-and-so.
So-and-so.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then, Alisa, you're an agent with Revolved, or
So-
were with Revolved before?
yeah, so
For just a little,
or just
tiny
like
little
not-
bit.
maybe a couple weeks. Yeah, so I'm a newer agent, which is what makes the podcast kind of even that much more cool because, I'm what I call a baby agent, fresh from the womb, like just out here learning all the ropes. And Chelsea's like a very seasoned agent. So it's good that she's my friend because she helps me out when I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. But it's also interesting because, I was with Revolved for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh, and then happens.
And she was super quiet the whole time. No,
it was a big secret.
It was this big secret. And then they were like, let's come together and have this big announcement. And I did not feel the least bit scared. And part of that is because I know Chelsea. I've known her since high school.
Yeah.
And her dad I've also known because we were, friends, and she was my wedding. And so I just knew him, and I knew that they were going to take care of me. So there was I was like, let's do it. Let's grow. This is going to be awesome. And everything that was great about Revolved before just got exponentially even better.
Yeah.